How's this experience for you so far?
Yeah, it's been cool. I think, anytime you can come to a new country, it's great. Obviously, I've heard a lot of great things about Sweden growing up, and then obviously playing with and against a bunch of Swedes throughout my hockey career, and it's great to see kind of where they grew up.
You've had a chance to talk to Matt since you've been here?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Haven't seen him yet, but I'll be seeing him pretty soon, yeah.
And any advice, any tourist info, anything like that?
No, not really. We got a bunch of stuff planned with the boys here, and I think we'll check some of the sites out today and tomorrow and enjoy the city a little bit, so looking forward to that.
Can you tell me about your relationship with Mats? Obviously, he and your dad was close.
Yeah, he's like family to me, man, and I've leaned on him a lot over my whole life for advice, both on and off the ice, and been a great resource of mine and my entire family, really, so really excited to see the kids and him and Josephine at some point throughout this trip, and again see where they live and kind of how he grew up. It's he's probably the greatest Swede of all time, so yeah, he's the man.
How these first couple of practices feel, just getting adjusted to the time zone and getting your legs out?
Yeah, yesterday was kind of a write-off, I think, for everyone. When you get off of a flight like that without much sleep, you're just trying to grind through that first day, and I don't think it's necessarily about what you do on the ice. It's just a matter of getting out there and getting a sweat and doing something, and had a better practice today, and then a nice little rest day tomorrow, and we'll be ready to go for first game.
Was it a lot easier? Did it feel more routine today, like in terms of working on some of the fundamentals, like there was some power play work, all that kind of?
Yeah, I think like in terms of the structure of the practice, it was pretty much a standard practice for us. So that was pretty routine, but certainly felt much better today than yesterday. And the hope is for that to keep kind of heading in the right direction. And I'm sure tomorrow and the next day we'll feel even better.
Why do you think your game is better suited to being a center than a winger?
Hey, you're entitled to your opinion, but no, I've played center most of my life, so definitely easier to get your speed going there, and you touch the puck a lot more. So listen, I've said it from day one, whatever Keefe wants me to play, I'll play, but I'm definitely enjoying my time in the middle of the ice right now.
What do you guys have planned for tomorrow, the off day? Do you know what you're doing?
I do. What are you doing tomorrow? You tell me what you're doing first, and I'll tell you. Yeah, we just gonna hang out, do some sightseeing probably, and then just check out the city.
I'll have some time, I guess, from now and tomorrow to kind of go do some exploring and stuff like that. But it's been nice. It's going to be a cool experience here for us. The trip's just kind of getting started.
Over here on the right, Austin.
Austin, when you see the fuss around your Swedish players, what do you guys feel when you see that circus around them?
Oh, we love it. I think it's it's great. You see these guys back in their home country and just the smiles and everything. And I found like the Swedish guys are a really tight knit group, and we kind of joke around with them about that. But it's been a nice experience so far, and just to see the smiles on everybody's faces, and I'm sure this is a really cool experience for them as well as everybody too.
Front right. Oh, you had your hand up. Sorry. Back right. Sorry.
Can you tell me about your shirt?
My shirt?
David Kampf.
Yeah, David Kampf, Christmas Skate 2023. It's a secret. I can't tell you much about it, so. 2024.
On the left side, front row.
Austin, when the team's in Arizona, obviously you sort of take over the food and what they're going to eat. What sort of food are you looking forward to Willie introducing you to if he hasn't already?
Yeah, I think, of course, the meatballs have got to be a big hit on this trip, but we've just kind of put them in charge of everything from, restaurants to sightseeing to you name it. So, shouldn't be too much of an ask. So, counting on them to, show us around and give us the red carpet treatment.
Front left.
So, Austin, you played with a Swedish player where you were in Switzerland, Robert Nilsson. Can you tell me what you remember about playing with him?
Yeah, he was awesome. He was honestly one of the most skilled players I ever played with, and a really amazing guy. And we still keep in touch. He spends time in Arizona, so we catch up every once in a while when I'm down there. But my experience over there was great, and he was a big reason because of it.
Front right.
And if we go to present, you have a lot of Swedish mates in your team now. William Nylander, what do you think about him?
I think he's great. I think he's awesome. I mean, he's a great person to begin with, great friend and teammate, but obviously his play and what he does on the ice is exceptional, and as well as all the Swedish guys that we have on our team. So we're lucky to have them.
Front right.
Hey, Auston, what was practice like after all that travel? Yesterday, you guys were obviously just shaking legs out, but did it feel normal today, just to kind of get ready for the games that you guys have?
Yeah, a little bit more normal. I think the guys are still kind of, on the big Olympic sheet, a little extra space out there, so a little bit more skating. And so I think just your timing and like the gaps and stuff and spacing is a little bit different. But it was nice to just have a full practice and, feel a little bit more normal as to yesterday where you're getting off the plane after a long flight, not a lot of sleep and just kind of shaking the cobwebs out. But, I think today and, tomorrow kind of help us kind of reset and really get acclimated as we head into the weekend where we're playing.
Take one more question, back of the room.
Except meatballs, but has William told you anything that you can't miss or any like must-dos when you're over here?
No, he doesn't give us much, so I don't know. I'll have to press him on that, but or we'll just have to find out ourselves. So.
We're there for the Salming thing. I presume you watched what they showed you. I'm just curious your take on what you saw.
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, it was an awesome event. A great movie to get some insight on his journey and his background, and obviously the impact he made in Toronto. So, learned that throughout, especially the last couple of years. When he's been honored in Toronto, but to see the love and admiration for him here in Sweden is pretty phenomenal. So. One of the great Maple Leafs, and really cool to kind of learn about him some more and the impact that he had here in Sweden.
On the right side, Chris.
John, do you feel like you guys almost have to be William Nylander's bodyguard here in Stockholm?
I think he can handle his own. So, it's a lot of fun being around him, and I think all the Swedes with our group, and you can tell they're enjoying it and very proud, I think, to have this opportunity and to be from here, and really looking forward to it all. But certainly, I think when we play come Friday, so great to have this opportunity. I've never done it before, so really trying to embrace it and enjoy it, especially here in Sweden. And great to see Willie and the other guys just really be able to enjoy it and get something unique for themselves. And it comes full circle for them, growing up here, playing hockey, and obviously being Swedish, being involved in the community, and now to be able to play the game at its highest level here in their home country, I know is really special for them.
If you have a question, please raise your hand. Go to the back of the room.
Did you get any chance to talk to any Swedish celebrities last night?
I didn't. That's one thing I got to do, brush up on my Swedish. So I did not, but it was an amazing event. You could tell people were really embracing. I think obviously Borje, but I think the whole event itself and the people that helped put it together, that are part of it, and really wanted to do a good job. So it was excellent to see and be a part of.
Front left, Kevin.
John, more to hockey. Where do you feel like you guys are in terms of the time change and the practice and getting your minds focused on the task at hand, which is a couple of points?
Yeah, I mean, every day is going to be a little better. So get some rest last night after obviously a long journey. Feeling a little bit like a zombie yesterday, so you feel a little better today. But we've had 3 pretty intense days here in terms of practice and getting some time to work on some things and whatnot. So it'll be good to get another night's rest tonight and have a day away from the rink and kind of just enjoy our surroundings and the culture here in Sweden, and also just to kind of slow things down a little bit, recuperate before a big weekend ahead. So, but I've liked the group's mindset over the last few days and the work we've put in, and obviously adjusting to life here, and no doubt the time change and the jet lag.
Sheldon, just asked John this. What's your feel for the team getting over jet lag, and after practice today, how are they looking, feeling, sort of thing?
Yeah, it seems to me the group's had a good night of sleep, and that goes a long way. Certainly got a lot more out of them today than I felt we could yesterday, both in terms of meetings and our time spent on the ice. So that's positive, and we have what I was told coming in here is a mandatory off day tomorrow, and we'll get back with a morning skate on Friday and get ready to play. But today was a good step.
On the right side here.
Coach, the Avs and the Blue Jackets did a lot of sauna trips last year in Finland to bond and to create some kind of team atmosphere. What have you guys done so far here in Sweden?
We've tried to sleep. That's about it so far. I mean, we play on Friday, so obviously the rest of the day today, and like I said, our mandatory off day tomorrow will provide time for guys to be together. But we don't have anything scheduled. The players have a dinner scheduled and all of that. Otherwise, like I said, we're still trying to adjust and get ourselves really ready to play. As I said to the players today, we want to enjoy our time here. We want to enjoy the rest of today and tomorrow, but not lose sight of what we're here for. These are regular season games. They're important games, important points. So let's make sure we keep that in mind with all that we're doing.
Front right.
Hey, Sheldon, I think you were hoping John Klingberg would be on the ice today. He wasn't. Just wondering if there was an update on his status.
Yeah, it just wasn't ready to go today. They think there's a chance he could be on the ice on Friday. But of course, I would say his chances of playing on Friday, I would put that at low right now, just given the fact that he hasn't skated since the game the other night. We were hoping to use this time, with a gap in between to give him some more time to heal, but also have some aggressive treatment with him to really help. And that has taken longer than thought. But the expectation or hope is that once he gets over the hump, that he'll be feeling better. So just wasn't feeling right to get on the ice today. I don't think the long flight did him any favors coming over here either.
And Connor Timmins, I know he was kind of looking like he might be an option for you.
Yeah, he is. He is an option, but at this point, I'm told unlikely for Friday. But we'll see. We'll see what the next couple of days bring. And I haven't talked to the trainers or anything since today's practice. Today's practice was an important one for him, but going into today. We basically were setting it up as though we're preparing for Friday's game, which was to have Timmins out. But he is getting closer for sure.
Front left, Kevin.
Sheldon, the way the schedule is kind of working, I think you're just going to play 2 games over a stretch of 11 or 12 days, which is kind of odd. How much score watching will you be doing in that time to see what the teams around you are doing, or you just sort of live with what you got? Yeah,
I mean, no more than the general curiosity you have to follow along what's going on in the league. It was quite interesting. I woke up this morning and checked the scores, and there was games still going on. So I'm not used to that, but yeah, I mean, it is strange. It breaks up the rhythm that you've really gotten into with the way the league works, basically every second day, and. We're trying to use that to our advantage. Coming over here has its challenges, of course, because of the time changes and managing all of that. But it does give us a chance to have more practice time, spend more time together as a group. We want to turn it into being a benefit to us, of course. But it's important that we're smart with all that we're doing, because I do know that I've talked to a number of people that have done these types of trips over the years, and some have felt that it took them a really long time to recover once they got back, and kind of losing that. But the combination of losing the rhythm and the challenge of the time changing and travel and such. So we're trying to be as smart as we can about it, and really just focusing on what's in front of us, which was today's practice, and then now we have another off day tomorrow. I shouldn't say another, but an off day tomorrow, and most importantly, just take care of the games that are here in front of us.
We'll take one more question.
Sheldon, might not fall under your purview as head coach, but I'm just wondering, is there any way Matt Sundin will be involved in anything you're doing with the players or anything with the team since you're here in his backyard?
Yeah, my understanding is he's going to join we have a staff dinner on Thursday. He's going to join us, spend time with our staff in terms of our players. I don't know that specifically. But I did see his name and the thought that he would be involved in some of the things we're doing later this week, which I was excited about. I think it's great to have a guy like him around. Anytime our alums come around, I think is really good. Certainly one of his status here in his home country, I think is terrific.